The Crew 2 versus Need for Speed Payback Nissan R34 Skyline Customization Battle. Which game offers the better options? Which customization system offers the most variety and freedom? Let's check it out.
The report found alcohol was freely used in crew quarters.
So as you can see, I went for two very differing types of builds here. In the case of Need for Speed Payback's R34, I decided I wanted to go along the path of something clean, really simple. Didn't want to take too much away from the original look and feel of the R34, but to be honest with you, I kind of had no choice because of a limitation of parts available. That's not necessarily a bad thing, because in 2018 we're in a stage where people want to move away from being racers and try to modify cars as much as possible, but in a clean and presentable way. One of the things I like most about the R34 in Payback's customization options was the fact that you get so much detail around the wheel section. So we're talking things like the actual writing on the tyre wall, along with caliper colours and a fantastic array of different rims, and this is where I feel it shines through and comes through to the forefront. One of the few things that I didn't like was the restrictions. Now, as you saw, when I moved over to the actual canards or pointy bits, as some people like to call them, you saw I was unable to chop and change them due to a change I'd made to the front bumper, and I had to go back and potentially pick my second choice front bumper in order to open up those canard settings. Now, that is something I don't really like, something that irritated me a little bit, but nevertheless it wasn't too much to distract away from the fact that this was a build that I enjoyed putting together. Moving on to the Crew 2, and the R34 Skyline you saw me put together in that game, as you saw, was a lot more aggressive. I decided I didn't want to focus on making two builds look exactly alike, as that would have been boring, and what this done was it gave us the opportunity to see one of the biggest shining lights of the Crew 2, whereby you've got the ability to go down different paths with your build. You can either go down something clean and simple, similar to what we saw in Payback, or you can go for something more aggressive, more striking, something that stands out a little bit more. For me, I like this a lot because when you think about customization, you think about making a car an extension of your own personality, and I feel the Crew 2 gives you more opportunities to do this. What I also like about the Crew 2's options is obviously the ability to customize your interior. Now, this differs from car to car. There are some cars where you can do a lot more and have a lot more control over what you're changing, but on the R34, as you can see, it still gives you that possibility, which is great given the fact the car has got an in-game cockpit view, or first person, whatever you want to call it. Now, what I didn't like about building this version of the R34 in the Crew 2 was the rim selection. I just feel some of them were just crazy. There was like something out of a pantomime show with twirly whirly multicolored yellow, black and red combinations. Some of it was a little bit crazy. So yes, there was a large number of rims, but the question is how many of them are actually really applicable and suitable for the car in question. But nevertheless, I still liked the end result. Now, before I ask you guys to jot your thoughts down in the comments, I just want to point out a few caveats here. First and foremost, it is possible to change the rim size in the Crew 2, but you can only do it on rims that are non-official. If it's the official branded from the manufacturer type rim, you can't change the rim size. So that's why you never saw me do it here, because I went for an original rim. Secondly, it is possible to alter camber settings in the Crew 2, but it's actually part of a tuning upgrade, which you need to unlock as you progress through the game. So I just thought I'd let you guys know that, so you know the reason as to why you didn't see me play around with those settings in this build, because obviously this is coming off of the beta. Anyway guys, that's enough from me. I want to know what you think. What are your thoughts on the customization of the R34 between the Need for Speed Payback version and the Crew 2's version? This is just a little mini series that I've got running. I've also done one for the 69 Camaro. I've done one for the MX-5 as well. Let me know which one of those two you want to see first, and I'll see you when the next video comes out. Take it easy. Bye.